I'm standing in the parking lot outside UCLA's Poly Pavilion, still wearing my graduation gown, and I'm staring at a $10 Target gift card. $10. My parents just handed me a $10 gift card for graduating summa cum laude. For being valedictorian, for getting a full ride to Stanford Medical School, $10. My twin sister Ashley is 20 feet away, jumping up and down, waving plane tickets in the air like she just won the lottery. Oh my God, 3 months in Europe, Paris, Rome, Barcelona, Amsterdam. She's screaming. Mom, Dad, this is amazing. My mother is crying happy tears. My father is filming Ashley on his phone, laughing as she spins around in circles. 3 months in Europe, first-class flights, luxury hotels, a prepaid credit card for expenses, $25,000. That's what my best friend Jessica just whispered to me after overhearing my parents talking. $25,000 for my sister who graduated with a 2.8 grade point average and no job prospects. I look down at the gift card again. There's not even a note, just a plastic card and a paper sleeve that says Target in red letters. Madison, honey, aren't you excited for your sister? My mom walks over, still dabbing at her eyes with the tissue. I can't speak. If I open my mouth, I'm going to either scream or cry, and I refuse to do either. We know you're going to Stanford. My dad says, putting his arm around my shoulder like we're having a normal family moment. You've got everything figured out. You're so independent. We knew Ashley needed something special to help her figure out her next steps. Her next steps. Ashley has been figuring out her next steps for 4 years while I worked 2 jobs and maintained a 4.0. This is just a little something, my mom adds, gesturing at the gift card I'm holding. We know you don't need much. You've always been so self-sufficient. Self-sufficient. That's the word they've used my entire life to justify giving Ashley everything while I got nothing. Ashley bounces over, still clutching her tickets. Maddie, you're not mad, right? You understand I need this more than you. She's smiling, that same sweet, innocent smile she's perfected over 22 years, and something inside me breaks. Not breaks like shattered glass. Breaks like a lock finally opening after being rusted shut for decades. I need to go, I say quietly, carefully tucking the gift card into my pocket. Wait, we're taking family photos. My dad calls after me. But I'm already walking away, Jessica running to catch up with me. Madison, what are you going to do? She asks. I think about the family dinner tonight. The big celebration my parents planned at that expensive Italian restaurant downtown. 50 relatives, extended family flying in from 3 states, all there to celebrate both girls graduating. Except I know exactly how tonight is going to go. They're going to talk about Ashley's trip, show everyone the itinerary, toast to her. Finding herself in Europe, and I'll be the footnote, the other twin, the one who doesn't need anything because she's got it all figured out. I'm going to tell the truth, I say. Jessica stops walking. What? I turn to look at her, and I feel the strange calmness settle over me. Tonight, at dinner, in front of everyone, I'm going to tell them exactly what this family has been like for 22 years. Ashley and I are twins, but you'd never know it by how we were treated growing up. We're identical. Same face, same height, same brown eyes and dark hair. But from the moment we were born, my parents decided we were fundamentally different people. Ashley was the baby who cried more, so she needed more attention. Ashley struggled in school, so she needed more help. Ashley had trouble making friends, so she needed more support. And me, I was the easy one, the one who didn't need anything. It started small when we were kids. Ashley got the bigger bedroom because she needed space for her emotions. I got the room next to the noisy street. Ashley got piano lessons, dance classes, art tutors. I asked for piano lessons once. My mom said, "Honey, we can't afford lessons for both of you, and Ashley really needs this for her development." I taught myself piano from YouTube videos. When we turned 16, my parents bought Ashley a white BMW, brand new. They made this huge deal about it. Invited relatives over for a sweet 16 car reveal party. I got a 2001 Honda Civic with 150,000 miles that my dad bought from a coworker for $800. You're more practical, Madison. My dad explained. Ashley needs a reliable car because she's more anxious about driving. The BMW was reliable. The Honda broke down 6 times in 2 years. I pay for every repair myself with money from my job at Starbucks. High school was when I really started noticing the pattern. Ashley barely maintained a C average. My parents hired a private tutor for $300 an hour, 3 times a week. They took her to an educational psychologist who diagnosed her with test anxiety and got her extra time on every exam. I had a 4.0 grade and was taking 5 AP classes. When I asked if I could get an SAT prep course, my mom said, Madison, you're already doing so well. We need to focus our resources on Ashley right now. I studied for the SAT using a $20 book from the library. Ashley scored 1,080. My parents celebrated like she'd won a Nobel Prize. I scored 1,560. My parents said, "That's great, honey," and went back to discussing Ashley's college essay. When college application time came, the inequality reached a level I couldn't ignore anymore. Ashley applied to 12 schools. My parents paid for every application fee, hired a college consultant for $5,000, and flew her to visit 8 different campuses. I applied to 15 schools. I paid every application fee myself. I never visited a single campus because I couldn't afford the flights. Ashley got into 5 mediocre state schools. My parents threw her an acceptance party. I got into UCLA, Berkeley, Stanford, and Yale with full academic scholarships to 3 of them. My parents said congratulations over dinner and then spent an hour debating which school would be less stressful for Ashley. At UCLA, the pattern continued. My parents paid Ashley's full tuition, $35,000 a year. They paid her rent for a luxury apartment near campus, $1,200 a month. They gave her a credit card for expenses that she regularly maxed out at $2,000 a month. I had a full academic scholarship that covered tuition, but I still needed money for housing and food. I worked 25 hours a week at Starbucks and 15 hours a week as a research assistant. I lived in a shared apartment in a bad neighborhood with 3 roommates and a roach problem. When I came home for Thanksgiving sophomore year, exhausted and thin from skipping meals to save money, my mom said, "Madison, you look tired. Are you taking care of yourself?" Ashley was there, tanned from a weekend trip to Mexico that my parents had paid for, wearing a designer jacket that cost more than my monthly rent. "I'm fine," I said. "You work too hard," my dad added. "You should relax more, like Ashley." Ashley was on academic probation. She'd failed 2 classes and was barely scraping by with a 2.3 grade point average. I had a 4.0, was publishing research, and had already been accepted to present at 2 national conferences. But I was the one who needed to relax more. Junior year, Ashley called my parents crying because she'd run out of money halfway through the month. They wired her $1,500 that same day. I called them the same week because my car had broken down again and I needed $400 for repairs to get to work and school. My dad said, "Madison, you're an adult now. You need to figure out your own financial problems." I took out a small loan, paid it back over 6 months. Senior year was supposed to be different. I worked so hard. I was graduating summa cum laude. I'd been accepted to Stanford Medical School with a full scholarship, one of the most competitive programs in the country. I thought finally my parents would see me, acknowledge what I'd accomplished, be proud. 2 weeks before graduation, my mom called to say they were planning something very special for both of us. I let myself hope. Maybe they were finally going to treat us equally. Maybe they'd realize how much I'd done on my own and wanted to celebrate that. This morning before the ceremony, my mom pulled me aside. "We're so proud of you, Madison. You've always been so strong and independent. We never had to worry about you because you always figured everything out." She said it like a compliment, like being neglected was actually a gift. And now I'm standing in a parking lot, holding a $10 gift card, watching my sister plan a 3-month European vacation that costs more than I've earned in 2 years of work. 22 years of being invisible. 22 years of being told I didn't need anything because I was self-sufficient. 22 years of watching my parents pour every resource, every dollar, every ounce of attention into my sister while I fought for scraps. Tonight, at that family dinner, everyone's going to toast to Ashley's future, and I'm going to make sure they know the truth about the past. The restaurant is exactly what I expected. Expensive, elegant, the kind of place my parents would never take me to alone, but perfect for showing off to the extended family. 50 people are already here when Ashley and I arrive. Aunts, uncles, cousins, my dad's business partners, my mom's book club friends, everyone dressed up, champagne already flowing. There's a banner hanging over the main table. "Congratulations, Ashley and Madison." Ashley's name is in bigger letters. I notice these things now. I've trained myself to notice them. My grandmother, my dad's mom, pulls me into a hug the moment I walk in. There's my brilliant granddaughter, Stanford Medical School. "Madison, I'm so incredibly proud of you." She's the only one who said that today. The only one. "Thanks, Grandma, I manage." My parents are at the center of the room, holding court. My mom has her arm around Ashley, who's showing her phone to a cluster of relatives. "Look, this is the hotel in Paris, 5 stars. And this is the cooking class I'm taking in Tuscany. 3 weeks in Italy alone. Everyone's oohing and eyeing, taking photos of Ashley's phone screen, asking questions about her itinerary. I stand on the edge of the group, invisible. My cousin Derek notices me and walks over. Hey, congrats on Stanford. That's insane. You're going to be a doctor. Thanks, I say. What'd your parents get you for graduation? They went all out for Ashley's trip. I pulled a Target gift card from my pocket and show him. Derek stares at it, blinks, looks at me like I'm joking. Wait, is this a gag? Like, they're gonna reveal the real gift later? Nope, this is it. Madison, that's $10. I know, but Ashley got $25,000. I know that too. Derek opens his mouth, closes it, then opens it again. That's so fucked up. Yeah, my dad taps a wine glass with a knife. The room quiets down. Everyone, thank you so much for coming tonight to celebrate our incredible daughters. Applause, cheering. You're so blessed, my mom adds, her voice getting emotional. Both our girls graduating college. We couldn't be prouder. I taste bile in my throat. Ashley has had college of me. I taste bile in my throat. And we wanted to give her something special to reward all that hard work. Ashley skipped more classes than she attended senior year. We're sending our baby girl to Europe for 3 months. All expenses paid. She's going to find herself, experience the world, and come back ready for her next chapter. The room erupts. Everyone's clapping, congratulating Ashley, who's crying happy tears and hugging our parents. I'm standing 10 feet away. No one's looking at me. My grandmother pushes through the crowd. That's wonderful. And what did you get, Madison? The question lands like a grenade. My parents' smiles freeze just for a second, but I see it. Oh, we got Madison something too, of course, my mom says, her voice a little too bright. Well, what is it? Grandma presses. She's going to Stanford Medical School. That's even harder to get into than any college. What did you give her? My dad laughs uncomfortably. Grandma, Madison doesn't really need much. She's always been so independent. I asked what you gave her. My grandmother interrupts, her voice sharp. The room has gone quiet. Everyone's watching now. My mother pulls me close, her arm around my shoulders in a forced gesture of affection. We gave her a gift card. She's very practical. She prefers useful gifts. A gift card to where? My Uncle Tom asks. Amazon? Best Buy? Silence. Target, I say clearly. A $10 Target gift card. You could hear a pin drop. $10? My grandmother's voice could cut glass. You gave your daughter, who's going to Stanford Medical School, a $10 gift card? Mom, it's not about the money, my dad starts. Then what is it about? Grandma demands. 'Cause your other daughter just got $25,000 for barely graduating with a C average. Ashley's face crumbles. She starts crying. Grandma, that's mean. Mean! Grandma turns to Ashley. You want to know what's mean? Let me tell you what's mean. My mother steps forward. Mom, please don't make a scene. This is supposed to be a celebration. Oh, I'm going to make a scene, Grandma says. Madison, honey, do you have that gift card? My hand is shaking as I pull it out of my pocket again. She takes it from me, holds it up for the entire room to see. Everyone look! This is what Madison's parents gave her for graduating summa cum laude, for being valedictorian. For getting into one of the most prestigious medical schools in the world, $10. People are starting to murmur. Uncomfortable looks being exchanged. My Aunt Diane speaks up. I'm sorry, but that's not right. That's not equal treatment. They've never treated them equally, Grandma says, her voice trembling with rage. I've watched it for 22 years. Everything for Ashley, nothing for Madison. My mom's face is red. That's not true. We love both our daughters equally. Then prove it, I say. Everyone turns to look at me. My hands are shaking, but my voice is steady. Tell everyone here exactly how much you've spent on each of us. Total, over our entire lives. Mavat's face goes pale. Damage Tommy's soul. Plus, Madison, that's not appropriate dinner conversation. Why not? I challenge. If you've been fair, if you've treated us equally, then the numbers should be pretty close, right? Sweetie, we're not doing this here, my mom says through gritted teeth. Then when? I ask, when were you going to acknowledge that you've given Ashley everything and given me nothing? When were you going to notice that I exist? Ashley is full on sobbing now. Maddie, why are you being like this? Why are you trying to ruin my night? And that's when I feel it, that lock inside me, the one that's been rusted shut. It doesn't just open, it explodes. Ruin your night? I repeat, and my voice doesn't sound like mine anymore. Your night? Ashley shrinks back, but I'm not yelling. I'm not crying. I'm completely, eerily calm. Do you want to know about ruined nights, Ashley? Let me tell you about some of mine. My mother reaches for my arm. Madison, stop. This isn't the time. I pull away from her. When I was 16, I got first place at the state science fair. I'd worked on my project for 8 months. Do you remember what happened that night? Silence. You threw Ashley a party because she got asked to prom. I came home with my trophy, and there were 30 people in our house celebrating Ashley's date. No one even asked about my competition. My dad clears his throat. Madison, that's not fair. We didn't know. I told you about it every day for a month. You just didn't care. I turned to face the room. All these relatives who've watched this happen for years. Who noticed but never said anything. When I was 17, I found out I got into UCLA with a full scholarship. My parents took me to Denny's. We split an appetizer. They told me not to order dessert because we needed to save money. I look at Ashley. 3 weeks later, Ashley got into San Diego State. My parents rented out a private room at that steakhouse downtown. 75 people, live music. It cost them $4,000. I know because I saw the receipt on my dad's desk. People are staring at my parents now, really staring. When I was 19, I called home crying because I hadn't eaten anything but ramen for 3 days and my electricity was about to get shut off because I couldn't make rent. I asked my parents for $200. My mother's eyes are filling with tears, but not the happy kind anymore. Dad told me I was an adult and needed to handle my own finances, that he and Mom couldn't keep bailing me out. I turned to Ashley again. That same week, you called them because you wanted to go to Coachella with your friends, but were short on cash. How much did they give you? Ashley won't look at me. Maddie, please, how much? $1,500, she whispers. Gasps around the room. But it wasn't bailing you out, I say. It was supporting your social development. Right, Mom. My mother is openly crying now. You don't understand. Ashley needed. What did she need? I demand. What did Ashley need that was more important than me eating, than keeping my lights on, than having heat in the winter? You were always so strong. My mom sobs. You always figured it out. We knew you'd be okay. I was starving. The words rip out of me. I lost 20 pounds my sophomore year because I was skipping meals to afford textbooks. I had panic attacks in bathroom stalls because I didn't know how I was going to pay for my car insurance and still eat. My dad steps forward. We didn't know it was that bad. I told you. I'm yelling now. I told you over and over. But every time I needed something, you said no. Every time Ashley wanted something, you said yes. That's not true. My dad insists weakly. Isn't it? Let's do the math right here, right now, in front of everyone. I pull out my phone, open my notes app, where I've been keeping track for years. Yes, I've been keeping track. Because deep down, I always knew this moment would come. Ashley's car, $30,000. Mine, $800. I scroll down. Ashley's college tuition, over 4 years, $140,000. Mine, $0, because I earned a scholarship. That's because you were smart enough to get a scholarship. My mom protests. We would have paid if you needed. Would you? Then what about rent? Ashley's luxury apartment cost you $57,600 over 4 years. I paid my own rent, $19,000. Money I earned working 2 jobs while maintaining a 4.0. People are pulling out their phones, doing the math themselves. Food, expenses, credit cards. You gave Ashley approximately $2,000 a month for 4 years. That's $96,000. My Aunt Diane gasps. $96,000. I got nothing. I worked 25 hours a week at Starbucks making minimum wage. You wanted to be independent. My father shouts. You never asked for help. I asked constantly. My voice breaks. You just never listen. My Uncle Tom stands up. Hang on, let me get this straight. You spent over $300,000 on Ashley in the last 4 years alone. My parents don't answer. And how much did you spend on Madison? Still silence. The $800 car, I answer for them. And about $2,000 total in emergency situations where they literally couldn't say no without looking like monsters. So roughly $3,000. Versus $300,000. Someone in the back of the room says, "Oh my God," loud enough for everyone to hear. But it's not about the money, right, Mom? I say, my voice acid. It's about need. Ashley needed it more. Ashley always needs it more. She does. My mother cries. Madison, you have to understand. Ashley struggles with things that come easily to you. She needs more support. She needs to grow up. My grandmother cuts in. You've crippled her by doing everything for her. Ashley stands up, tears streaming down her face. I didn't ask for any of this. I didn't know they weren't helping you, Maddie. Didn't you? I turn to face her fully. You never wondered why you had a BMW and I had a 20-year-old Honda. You never questioned why you lived in a luxury apartment while I had 3 roommates and roaches. You never thought it was weird that mom and dad flew you to 8 college campuses while I didn't visit a single one. I thought you didn't want those things she says weekly. You always said you were fine. Because what choice did I have? If I complained, I was ungrateful. If I asked for help, I was told to be more independent. So I pretended I was fine while I watched our parents give you everything I was working myself into the ground for. My dad slams his hand on the table. That's enough. Madison, you're embarrassing this family. I'm embarrassing the family? I laugh, and it sounds slightly unhinged. Not the fact that you spent $300,000 on one daughter and $3,000 on the other. Not the fact that you gave your valedictorian daughter a $10 gift card for getting into Stanford Medical School. My grandmother stands up, her face harder than I've ever seen it. Sit down, she says to my father. All of you, sit down right now. Something in her voice makes everyone obey. She turns to face the room. I need to tell you all something. Something I just learned this week that makes this situation even worse. My parents' faces drain of color. No, my mother whispers. Mom, please. 4 years ago, my grandmother continues, her voice shaking with rage. When the twins were graduating high school, I gave their parents $200,000. The room goes completely silent. $100,000 for each girl, for college, for their futures, for their starts in life. I gave it to their parents to manage because I trusted them to be fair. She turns to look at my parents with such disappointment, it's almost physical. Where is Madison's $100,000? I can't breathe. $100,000. My grandmother gave them $100,000. For me, where is it? Grandma repeats, her voice deadly quiet. Where is Madison's money? My mother is crying so hard she can't speak. My father is staring at his hands. Answer me. Grandma slams her palm on the table. I gave you $200,000. $100,000 for each daughter. Where is Madison's money? We used it, my father finally says, his voice barely above a whisper. You used it. Grandma's voice could shatter windows. Used it for what? For Ashley, my mother sobs. For her tuition, her apartment, her expenses. All of it. I hear myself ask. My voice sounds hollow. You spent all of my inheritance money on Ashley? My father won't look at me. Madison, you got the scholarship. You didn't need it. Ashley didn't have a scholarship. We had to pay her tuition somehow, with her own money. Grandma roars. You were supposed to use Ashley's $100,000 for Ashley. Madison's $100,000 was for Madison. We were going to pay Madison back, my mother says desperately. When she graduated, we were going to... With what? I demand. With a $10 Target gift card, the room is in chaos. People are shouting. My Uncle Tom is on his feet, yelling at my father. My Aunt Diane is crying. Cousins are filming this on their phones. Ashley is standing frozen, her face white as paper. You told me you were paying for college, she says to our parents. You said it was coming from your savings. It was supposed to be from savings. My dad tries to explain. But my business had a bad year, and you needed my money. I cut him off. You stole from me to fund Ashley's lifestyle. We didn't steal. My mother cries. We're your parents. We were managing the money. You stole it. Grandma's voice cuts through everything. I specifically told you that money was for each girl individually. I asked you every year how you were investing it. You lied to me for 4 years. My father's face is red. Mom, you don't understand how expensive college is. I understand perfectly, Grandma snaps, which is why I gave you $200,000, $50,000 per. You want to be supported. I want to be supported. That would have covered Ashley's state school tuition completely with money left over. She turns to me, and her eyes are filled with tears. Madison, honey, that money was supposed to pay for your housing, your food, your books. Everything your scholarship didn't cover. You were supposed to be able to focus on your studies, not work yourself to death. I'm shaking. My whole body is shaking. I worked 50 hours a week. I whisper. I lost my scholarship application to Hopkins Medical School because I was too exhausted to finish the essay. I got pneumonia twice because I couldn't afford heat in my apartment and kept going to work anyway because I couldn't afford to miss shifts. Oh my God, my Aunt Diane breathes. I had panic attacks so bad I passed out in the library once. Campus security found me. I told them I was just tired. Tears are streaming down my face now. I was so tired, all the time, and I thought I just had to work harder, be stronger, be more independent. You were supposed to have $100,000. Grandma is crying too now. You were supposed to have support. You were supposed to be able to live like a normal college student. I look at my parents. Really look at them. Did you ever feel guilty, I ask, even once, when you were buying Ashley her BMW with my money, when you were paying for her luxury apartment with my money, when you were sending her to Coachella and Mexico and all those trips with my money? My mother is sobbing into her hands. My father finally looks at me. We told ourselves you were doing fine without it. You were so successful. You thought I didn't need money because I was willing to destroy myself to earn it. I finish. You thought because I was strong enough to survive being neglected, that made the neglect okay. We love you, my mother chokes out. Madison, we love you so much. No, you don't. The words come out clear and certain. You love the version of me that doesn't need anything, the version that's convenient, the version that doesn't cost you money or time or attention. I turn to Ashley, who's standing there shaking. I don't blame you. I tell her. You didn't know. You were just the golden child. They made you believe you deserved everything because you were struggling. They made me believe I deserved nothing because I was strong. Ashley's face crumbles. Maddie, I'm so sorry. I didn't know. I swear I didn't know. I know you didn't. I wipe my eyes, but I can't be around you anymore. Because every time I look at you, I'll see everything I should have had. Every opportunity they stole from me and gave to you instead. I turn to my parents one last time. I'm going to Stanford. I'm going to become a doctor. And I'm going to do it without you. Without your support. Without your money. Without your presence in my life. Madison, please. My mother reaches for me. Don't touch me. I step back. You made your choice. Every day for 22 years you chose her over me. You chose comfort over fairness. You chose her happiness over my survival. My grandmother walks over to me, takes both my hands. You're staying with me, she says firmly. Tonight, tomorrow, as long as you need, and I'm calling my lawyer first thing Monday morning. She looks at my parents with pure disgust. You stole from your own daughter. You lied to me. You broke my trust and destroyed this family. Mom, please, my father starts. I'm changing my will. Grandma cuts him off. Everything I was going to leave you, it's going to Madison now. All of it. Consider it repayment for what you stole from her. You can't do that. My mother cries. Watch me, Grandma says coldly. You want to talk about fairness? Let's talk about fairness. Madison has earned every cent I have. You and Ashley have earned nothing but my disappointment. My Uncle Tom stands up. Madison, I want to help too. First year at Stanford, I'll cover whatever your scholarship doesn't. Room, board, everything. I'll cover year 2. My Aunt Deanne adds immediately, year 3, Cousin Derek says. One by one, relatives start standing up, offering money, offering places to stay, offering support. Ashley is crying harder now. What about me? I was going to use that Europe money to figure out what to do with my life, then get a job, Grandma says sharply, like Madison has had since she was 16, like normal people do. But Mom and Dad said, your parents are liars, I say flatly. They lied to Grandma. They lied to me. They probably lied to you too. Everything you thought you knew about our family was a lie, built on stolen money and favoritism. I look around the room one last time. At the banner with Ashley's name in bigger letters. At the champagne glasses raised to celebrate a trip funded by my inheritance. At the family I thought I knew. I'm done, I say quietly. I'm done begging for scraps. I'm done being invisible. I'm done pretending this is normal. I walk toward the exit. Grandma follows me. So does Uncle Tom. Aunt Diane. Derek, half the family stands up and walks out with me. The other half stays seated, stunned, staring at my parents and Ashley. As I reach the door, I hear my mother's voice, small and broken. Madison, please, we can fix this. We can. I turn back one last time. You can't fix 22 years. You can't fix stolen money. You can't fix the fact that when you had to choose between your daughters, you chose the same one every single time. But you're stronger, she cries. You survived. I shouldn't have had to survive my own family. And I walk out. Grandma's house is quiet. Too quiet after the chaos of the restaurant. I'm sitting on her couch, still in my graduation dress, staring at nothing. Uncle Tom is making tea in the kitchen. Aunt Diane is on the phone with her lawyer friend, asking about theft of inheritance by parents. My phone won't stop buzzing. Text from my parents. From Ashley. From cousins asking if I'm okay. From people I haven't talked to in years who somehow already heard about what happened. I turn it off. Here, sweetheart. Grandma hands me a cup of chamomile tea and sits beside me. Drink. I take a sip. It tastes like nothing. I'm sorry. Grandma says, and her voice cracks. I'm so sorry, Madison. I should have checked. I should have made sure they were managing that money properly. I trusted them, and it's not your fault, I tell her. You gave me something incredible. They're the ones who stole it. I'm going to make this right, she says firmly. I called my lawyer. We're meeting Monday. I'm changing my will, and I'm going to see if we can pursue legal action against your parents for misappropriation of funds. Uncle Tom comes in from the kitchen. Diane's lawyer says there's definitely a case. The money was designated for Madison specifically. They had a fiduciary duty to use it for her benefit. Good, Grandma says coldly. I want them to face consequences. My phone lights up even though it's on silent. I glance at it. 43 missed calls from my mother. 37 text messages. I don't read them. Then a different notification pops up. An email from Ashley. Against my better judgment, I open it. Maddie, I can't stop crying. I didn't know about the money. I swear I didn't know. Mom and Dad told me they were paying for college from their savings. They never told me about Grandma's gift. If I had known, I would have said something. I would have made them give you your share. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. I don't know what to do. I told Mom and Dad I'm not going to Europe. It feels wrong to go now. The money should have been yours. Half of everything I got should have been yours. I'm going to try to pay you back somehow. I don't know how, but I'll figure it out. Please talk to me. You're my sister, my twin. I can't lose you. Please. I stare at the email for a long time. Then I delete it. Aunt Diane comes in from the other room. Madison, I hate to bring this up now, but we need to talk logistics. Stanford starts in 3 months. We need to make sure you have everything you need. I have my scholarship, I say quietly. It covers tuition and fees. What about housing, food, books, transportation? I was going to work. Find a job near campus. Absolutely not, Uncle Tom cuts in. You're going to medical school. One of the most intense programs in the country. You're not working on top of that. But I can't just accept, yes, you can, Grandma says firmly. Madison, listen to me. You spent 22 years refusing help because you were taught you didn't deserve it. That ends now. We're your family. We want to help you. I already told you I'm covering first year, Uncle Tom says. Diane's got year 2. We'll figure out the rest. But you're not working yourself into the ground anymore. You're going to focus on becoming a doctor. I start crying. Really crying. Not the angry tears from the restaurant. Deep, exhausted sobs that feel like they're coming from somewhere I've kept locked away for years. Grandma pulls me into her arms. Let it out, honey. You've been holding this in for so long. I'm so tired, I sob. I'm so tired of being strong. I'm so tired of doing everything alone. You're not alone anymore, she whispers. Never again. We sit like that for a long time, until my tears run dry, until I can breathe again. My phone buzzes again. This time it's a call from a number I don't recognize. Don't answer it, Aunt Diane says. It's probably your parents calling from someone else's phone, but something makes me look. It's a 415 area code. San Francisco. I answer. Hello? Hi, is this Madison Walker? Yes? This is Dr. Patricia Chen from Stanford Medical School Admissions. I'm calling because something unusual happened this evening. My heart stops. They're rescinding my acceptance. Someone sent them a video from the restaurant. They think I'm unstable. A video has been circulating on social media, Dr. Chen continues. From what appears to be a family dinner. You're in it. I can explain. You don't need to explain. She interrupts gently. Madison, I watched that video. So did several members of our admissions committee, and I need you to know something. I'm holding my breath. We chose you for this program because of your academic excellence, yes, but also because of your resilience, your work ethic, and your character. After watching you handle that situation with such composure and honesty, we're even more certain we made the right choice. I can't speak. Additionally, Dr. Chen continues, we have an emergency hardship fund for students facing unexpected financial difficulties. Given your circumstances, we'd like to offer you additional support. Full room and board coverage for your first year, plus a stipend for living expenses. I don't understand. You've clearly been supporting yourself through extraordinary challenges. We don't want financial stress to interfere with your medical education. Consider it our investment in a future doctor who's already proven she has the strength and integrity this profession requires. I'm crying again. Thank you so much. We'll send the details via email. Madison, we're proud to have you joining us. She hangs up. I stare at my phone in disbelief. What happened? Grandma asks. Stanford saw the video. They're giving me full room and board, plus a living stipend. Uncle Tom laughs. Of course they are. That video probably has 1 million views by now. You're going viral for standing up to family abuse. People love that. He's right. I checked Twitter. Justice for Madison is trending. The video has 2 million views. Thousands of comments. This is what happens when you finally tell the truth, Aunt Diane says. The universe rewards honesty. My phone buzzes again. Another email. This one from the Target gift card customer service. Dear Miss Walker, we've become aware of your graduation situation through social media. On behalf of Target, we'd like to apologize that our gift card became a symbol of such unfair treatment. We've loaded $10,000 onto your card as our graduation gift. Congratulations on your acceptance to Stanford Medical School. We believe in you. I show the email to everyone. Grandma laughs through her tears. $10,000 from Target. Your parents gave you 10 and Target gave you 10,000. The ratio feels right, I say, and I'm laughing too now. Laughing and crying at the same time. More notifications. A GoFundMe someone started. To help Madison start her medical school journey has raised $40,000. Companies are reaching out offering sponsorships. A literary agent wants to know if I'd be interested in writing a book about family dynamics and favoritism. This is insane, I whisper. This is karma, Grandma corrects. Real karma, not the revenge fantasy kind. The kind where the truth comes out and people respond with the support you should have had all along. My phone rings again. My mother. I decline the call. Immediately, a text comes through. Madison, please. We're at the house. We need to talk. Ashley is devastated. She's giving back the Europe money. She wants you to have it. Please come home so we can fix this as a family. I read it out loud. Fix it as a family, Uncle Tom repeats bitterly. They destroyed the family. There's nothing left to fix. What do you want to do? Grandma asks me gently. I think about it. Really think about it. I want to write them back. I say finally. One last time. Then I want to block them and move on with my life. Are you sure? Aunt Diane asks. I'm sure. I open a text to my parents. Type slowly, carefully. You didn't steal my money because you needed it. You stole it because you didn't think I deserved it. You gave Ashley everything because you thought she needed more. You gave me nothing because you thought I needed less. But people don't need less, they just break more quietly. I broke for 22 years in silence while you celebrated her. I'm done breaking, I'm done being quiet, and I'm done being your daughter. Don't contact me again. I hit send, then I block both their numbers. Block Ashley's number. Block every family member who stayed at that restaurant after I left. Done, I say. Grandma squeezes my hand. How do you feel? Free, I whisper. For the first time in my life, I feel free. 3 months later, I'm standing in my dorm room at Stanford Medical School, unpacking the last box. It's a single room, small but mine. There's a desk by the window overlooking the California campus, a bed with sheets Grandma bought me. A mini fridge stocked with actual food, a closet with new clothes that Aunt Diane took me shopping for. I have everything I need. For the first time in my life, I have everything I need. My phone buzzes, a text from Uncle Tom. First day of med school tomorrow. You nervous? Terrified, I text back. But good terrified. That's my girl. Dinner this weekend? I'm driving down. I'd love that. There's a knock on my door. I open it to find my roommate from across the hall, Jenny, holding 2 coffees. Thought you might need caffeine. Tomorrow's going to be intense. You're a lifesaver. I take the coffee gratefully. So, I have to ask. Jenny says, leaning against my doorframe, are you the Madison? The graduation video Madison? I laugh. Unfortunately, yes. That video was insane. I showed it to my whole family. My mom cried. Is it true Target gave you $10,000? It's true, and Stanford gave me the housing grant, and random people donated to a GoFundMe I didn't even start. It's been surreal. You deserve it, Jenny says seriously. What your parents did was abuse. Financial abuse, emotional abuse. I'm glad you got out. Me too. After Jenny leaves, I sit on my bed and pull out my laptop. I haven't checked social media in weeks. The video stopped trending after a few days, but I know it's still out there. Over 5 million views now. I scroll through some of the comments. This happened to me too. I was the invisible child. Thank you for speaking up. I'm the Ashley in my family, and I never realized how unfair it was until I saw this. I called my sister and apologized. Parents who play favorites destroy their children, both of them. That last one makes me pause. Both of them. I think about Ashley, about that email she sent that I deleted. I wonder how she's doing. If she went to Europe after all. I went to Europe after all. If she got a job, if our parents are still smothering her with attention now that I'm gone, or if they finally realize they created a dependent adult who doesn't know how to function alone. Part of me feels guilty for cutting her off. She really didn't know about the money. She was a victim of our parents' favoritism too, just in a different way. But I'm not ready to forgive yet. Maybe someday. Not today. My phone buzzes again. An email this time. From an address I don't recognize. I open it cautiously. Madison, this is Ashley. I'm using a new email because I know you blocked me. I'm not asking you to respond. I just need you to know some things. After you left that night, Mom and Dad tried to convince everyone you were being dramatic, that you were exaggerating, but Grandma showed them bank statements, proof of how much they spent on me versus you. Even they couldn't deny it anymore. They tried to blame each other. Dad said it was Mom's idea to use your money. Mom said Dad pushed for it. Grandma told them they're both selfish cowards and left. Most of the family left with her. I canceled the Europe trip. I returned the tickets and got a refund. $22,000. I tried to give it to Grandma to give to you, but she said I should keep it and learn to manage money on my own for once. So I did something I've never done before. I got a job. I'm working at a marketing firm, entry level. It doesn't pay much, but it's mine. I got my own apartment, small, nothing like the one Mom and Dad paid for. I'm paying my own bills, buying my own groceries. It's hard. I had no idea how hard. And every time something is hard, I think about you, about how you did this for 4 years while excelling at school while I partied and complained. I understand now. Not fully, because I don't think I can ever fully understand what you went through. But I understand that I was given everything and learned nothing. You were given nothing and became everything. I'm sorry. I know sorry doesn't fix it. I know, sorry doesn't give you back the years you struggled, but I'm sorry anyway. I'm working on becoming someone you might be proud to call your sister someday. I don't expect forgiveness. I just wanted you to know I'm trying. I hope Stanford is everything you dreamed it would be. Love, Ashley. I read it 3 times, then I closed the laptop without responding. Maybe I'll respond someday. Maybe I won't. But right now, I need to focus on me. There's another knock. This time it's Grandma, carrying a huge gift basket. Surprise! She beams. I told you I'd visit before classes started. I hug her tight. You didn't have to bring anything. Of course I did. Look, there's coffee, tea, those granola bars you like, fancy chocolates, a medical school survival guide. Grandma, this is too much. It's not enough, she says firmly. Madison, I'm making up for 22 years of your parents' neglect. I'll never fully succeed, but I'm going to try. We sit on my bed together. How are they? I ask. My parents. Grandma's face hardens, miserable, as they should be. Your father's business is suffering because word got around about what they did. Your mother has been ostracized from her social groups. Turns out people don't like parents who steal from their own children. And Ashley, she really did get a job, really is living on her own. I see her once a week for coffee. She asks about you every time. Did you tell her where I am? No, I promised you I wouldn't. But Madison, she's changing. Really changing. She's in therapy. She's learning about codependency and golden child syndrome. She's trying. Good for her. I say, and I mean it. But I'm still not ready. I know, honey, and that's okay. You get to decide when and if you ever want to talk to any of them again. We sit in comfortable silence for a moment. You know what's funny? I say. All my life I thought I needed their approval, their love, their recognition. But I don't. I have everything I need without them. You have more than everything, Grandma says, squeezing my hand. You have people who genuinely care about you. You have opportunities you earned through your own merit. You have a future that's entirely yours. I do, I agree. And it feels amazing. That night, after Grandma leaves, I sit at my desk and look out at the Stanford campus. Students are walking around, laughing, carrying textbooks. Tomorrow, I'll be one of them, starting my journey to becoming a doctor. I think about 18-year-old Madison starting college with $800 in her bank account and a broken-down Honda, working 3 jobs, skipping meals, crying in bathroom stalls. I think about the $100,000 I never knew existed, the money that could have changed everything. And then I think about who I became because I had to fight for everything. Strong, resilient, independent. compassionate toward others who struggle because I know what struggle looks like. Would I have been that person if everything had been handed to me like it was to Ashley? Maybe not, but I also shouldn't have had to suffer to become strong. There's a balance somewhere, a middle ground where children can be supported and challenged, loved and taught to be independent, given opportunities and made to work for things. My parents never found that balance. They went to extremes. Everything for Ashley, nothing for me, and now they have neither of us. I pull out my journal and write, "Dear future me, today is the day before medical school starts. I'm 22 years old. I've survived 22 years of being invisible, of being told I didn't need love because I was strong enough to live without it. I survived parents who stole my inheritance. I survived working myself into the ground. I survived panic attacks and poverty and loneliness, but I'm not just surviving anymore. I'm living. I'm at Stanford. I'm going to be a doctor. I'm surrounded by people who genuinely care about me. I'm free." If you're reading this years from now, I hope you remember this feeling. The feeling of finally putting yourself first. The feeling of cutting out toxicity, even when that toxicity is family. The feeling of knowing your worth. Never forget what you overcame to get here, and never forget that you did it on your own. They took my money, they took my childhood, they took 22 years of the love and support I deserved, but they couldn't take my strength, my intelligence, my determination. Those things were always mine, and they're what got me here. Love, Madison. I close the journal and look out the window one more time. Somewhere in Los Angeles, my parents are probably still trying to justify what they did. Still playing the victim. Still not understanding that fair doesn't mean giving more to the child who asks for it. Fair means giving equally and teaching both children to be strong. Somewhere in Los Angeles, Ashley is probably in her small apartment, learning how to be an adult at 22 because she was never taught before. But I'm here, at Stanford, about to start my dream. And tomorrow, when I walk into that first class, I'll be walking in as someone who earned every single thing she has. No one can take that from me, not even my family. I'm Madison Walker. I'm a survivor. I'm a Stanford medical student. And my future is finally, completely, beautifully mine.